So I want to start off today's video by saying today's video is more of like a podcast slash discussion video between me and iLogics. He's a good friend of mine. We've made many videos in the past, but I want to mention he has just made a brand new channel that's going to be dedicated to videos like Plants vs Zombies. So if you guys do want to head over to his channel and subscribe, we're going to be doing a lot of videos over on his channel and over on my channel in the future. And if you enjoyed today's video, let me know in the comments down below. And once we do get some information on the new Plants vs Zombies game, we're thinking about making this like a weekly podcast video thing. So when we get some information, we're going to discuss things, and hopefully you guys do enjoy it. So if you want to click the link in the description, you can head over to his YouTube channel, go subscribe, go say you came over from my channel, because we're going to be doing a lot of videos in the future, and I would appreciate it if you go and support him on his second channel, which is going to be his PvZ channel. So if you want to click the link down in the description, I really would appreciate it. But hopefully you guys do enjoy today's video.
So what's going on, people? My name is iLogics. Now, if you're wondering, this is my first upload on the second channel. I am joined by my buddy ZEROxFUSIONZ. We've known each other for a few years, and we're going to be discussing the new Plants vs Zombies game coming to console. It's going to be pretty exciting, and in terms of this channel, I guess it's going to be all different kinds of games. If you know my main channel, iLogics HD, you know it's mainly sports-based and stuff like that, and I feel like I really wanted to go back into this. I was involved with PvZ when I first became an EA game changer, and I really want to get back into it. I guess this is mainly the main start to it. I'd class that as, that'd be about right. Yeah, I'd say it's the start. So if you're enjoying what I'm bringing to you in terms of content, and you want to see more games and more stuff and stuff like this, for example, obviously subscribe for more content like this. Leave a like if you do enjoy. Comment your thoughts down below what you'd like to see, etc. And yeah, hopefully I can bring it to you. So I'm joined today, as I said, by ZEROxFUSIONZ. We're going to be discussing the brand new Plants vs Zombies game with a leaked title, which is Battle for Neighborville. So, it can be pretty exciting. What's your thoughts, Zero? Talk to me, man.
Are we going to start off with the name, the leaked name?
Yeah, go for it. I mean, we know exactly what the title is going to be in terms of like what we're doing for this video. But yeah, what do you think of the title?
So,
what's your thoughts on that?
I quite like the title, to be honest. I know it's not Garden Warfare 3, but I actually quite like it. And to give you a bit of context, I did some research. Neighborville is the location of the Plants vs Zombies comics. So if you ever play, if you ever read one of the comics, okay, Neighborville is where they're based. But I'm not 100% sure on this, but I guess an easy way to try and describe it is, let's say you're in the Isle of Wight. The Isle of Wight is Neighborville, and Suburbia and Zomburbia are going to be like towns inside of the Isle of Wight. So it's like, that's what I think it is. So
I mean, for people that don't know the Isle of Wight,
I'll put it on an easier scale. I'll put it on an easier scale. I think Neighborville is California, and Suburbia and Zomburbia is like San Francisco or Los Angeles. That's what I think. Not on that scale, because it's like, that's like on a huge scale, but I think that's an easy way of breaking it down, I think.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense, especially for US viewers, because Isle of Wight's mainly for UK viewers, I'd class that. Yeah, that makes sense. I get where you're coming from. So it's the general concept, and then there's like the mini areas inside it. That's how we class
but like
it.
Neighborville,
so the battle for the general setup, is that how you class it? The battle for the general overall majority.
I think so. Yeah. I don't know if it's the other way around. I don't know if Neighborville's a part of Suburbia or something like that, but I think it's something like that. But it's just nice that they're kind of bringing the comics, or the location of the comics, to the game now, it seems. Yeah. So a lot of people, just from what I've read in the comments, would like it to be Garden Warfare 3. But I kind of like the name. What's your thoughts on the name?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a bit strange for me. Obviously, I'm glad you've come to the idea of explaining Neighborville to me, because I wondered where exactly that would come from. But the battle, obviously the word battle instantly made people assume Battle Royale, which I know you've already made a video discussing.
I had a video talking about this yesterday. They heard battle in the name, they instantly thought Battle Royale.
That makes sense. Now, I don't know. I'm glad that it's not going to go down the route of that, and I'm hoping that is the case, for example, but I'm not 100% sure, but what I'd class it would be as, it's a battle for the campaign, the storyline, the area, rather than, okay, it's a battle royale. Just because the word battle is there, we've instantly assumed battle royale, which is, I'm not a fan of it. I feel like battle royale is good, but Just leave it in its own area. PvZ is not suited to that for a start. That's the straight idea there. But
well, I mean, like going back to it, like with Battle for Neighborville, it's like nobody owns that location right now. So in Garden Warfare 1, the plants owned it because it was suburbia. In Garden Warfare 2, the zombies owned it, it was Zomburbia. So is this based in the future? Is this based beforehand? Is this something totally different? But it seems like this is going to be fighting over territory that nobody specifically owns yet.
Yeah, so it's new ground. It's new grounds, same enemies. That's the setup. I feel like that would be the perfect way. It's going to be a bit odd to keep saying welcome to another Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville video. But it's a bit of a mouthful, but maybe if they shorten it down to, I don't know, PvZ BIN.
Well,
would that be BFN, wouldn't it? Yeah, Battle for Neighborville. But even that seems like a bit weird.
Well, at least for me, I won't get people taking the mick out of me saying Garden Warfare because I say that weird. So yeah, I think I'll say Battle for Neighborville a little bit better and more like everybody else than Garden Warfare.
Isn't the Neighborville spelling? I always think of Neighborville with
there's no U in it. Yeah, there's no U in it.
Yeah. So that's going to throw people off, especially in terms of translations, for example, especially if you're going down different languages, maybe Spanish, French, etc. Because Neighborville, without the U, which I thought at first when I saw it, I was like, isn't there a U in there? No, there's not. Okay, that's a bit odd. But I don't know. I think that's one of the issues with the whole title is mainly the fact that it's going to throw people off with the spelling. But that's my only issue. Apart from that, I'd say, yeah, it's a pretty cool title, but I also feel like the spelling for Neighborville is going to be an issue. But if that's the name of it from the comics, then it's a bit hard to change that. So I understand why.
I think they just added the zombie element to it, I think.
Yeah, it makes sense. Okay, right. So enough talking about the title.
What?
Let's talk about the main...
Well, let's go back to the title.
Let's talk about the main point that we're going down the route of here.
What's that?
It's whether it's going to be... I'd say it's a Battle Pass option or the packs option, or possibly both. Now, obviously, we know what a Battle Pass is. If we don't, you might want to explain it. Would you care to explain a Battle Pass to people?
I can sure do that. So I'm pretty sure you're all familiar with Battle Passes these days. They've been around for a long, long time, but they became more known to me in Fortnite when they brought them in.
Popular,
and it's basically you pay some money at the start of a season, and then throughout that season you can complete challenges or level up, and then as you progress you will unlock rewards. Most of the time these are cosmetic rewards only or things in the game, but you pay a fee at the start of the game, at the start of the season. You then play through the game, get these rewards, and then at the end of the season, once it's ended, those rewards can never return again. It's a way where people can have more reasons to play, they have objectives to go for, but it's obviously, once you've paid for a game, that's post things that you're paying for, which a lot of people don't necessarily like, but it's an option, and as long as things stay cosmetic in Battle Passes, I don't have an issue with them.
Yeah, I see where you're coming from. Of course, I know we're going to talk about Fortnite. It's a standard. You can't go into any games discussion nowadays when you've got something to do with loot boxes and Battle Passes, for example, where you're not going to discuss Fortnite. It's a standard. Fortnite? Yeah. What's Fortnite? Oh, it's a Battle Royale game.
Wait a minute. Plants vs Zombies Battle for Neighborville. It's got a battle.
It's a Battle Royale.
It's a Battle Royale. It's a Battle Royale. It's having a season pass. It's a Battle Royale. It's going to be able to build, and you're going to jump out of a crazy day.
You see, I think the funniest thing is with you as well, from you saying that, the amount of people that are going to like Reddit and just go, yeah, it was really strange. ZEROxFUSIONZ has confirmed it as a Battle Royale. That'd be it. I said it, that your entire setup there is going to be taken out of context. But with the Battle Pass, it's basically a way of it's a way of monetizing. So that moolah, money, you know what I'm talking about, without behind loot boxes. And we know what loot boxes are. It's a standard. Everyone must know what a loot box is. You can class a pack as a loot box. It's a standard. So the Battle Pass was meant to be this idea that it's for Fortnite at least, it was a free-to-win model. So you had the ability to just play the game, win on your own skill, rather than what you've managed to pick up as you've been playing or progressing or spending, for example. So it's to not affect the balance of gameplay, which is cool. I don't know personally how I feel about a Battle Pass setup for Plants vs Zombies, especially with the new title. battle for Neighborville, for example. So it's going to be awkward. I know that there's got to be balance there, right?
It all depends on what's going to be in a battle pass, because I'm not saying a battle pass works for every game, but if it's a game where PvP is involved, and if there is anything that you can do that could give you an advantage, then that's a no-go. I know with Dauntless, they have a battle pass as well, and you can get materials and like crystals and stuff like that in the battle pass to be able to power up your weapons and be able to buy things like that, I think.
Okay.
However, Dauntless isn't PvP, so it's not necessarily bad. So you can power up your... Well, I think you can power up your weapons. I know you can get these crystals. I don't know if you use these crystals just to buy cosmetics. Oh no, you can actually unlock certain things which are used to power up your weapons or something like that. You still need to play the game to get all the drops from the behemoths to be able to power them up, but the other materials, I think you can get some of those in a battle pass, but you still need to play the game to unlock the rest of the stuff. And it's not PvP, so you can't just get the battle pass, pay money, power up your weapons really quickly, and then attack another player. You're still only doing PvE, so...
That makes sense. I mean, now I come to think of it, I understand where it's coming from in terms of the battle pass. I would say possibly a workaround for a battle pass to make it a little bit more exciting would be to sort of not incorporate a loot box into the battle pass, but make the battle pass sort of mystery-esque, for example. So maybe,
I don't like mystery though, because that adds RNG, and I don't like RNG. That's the whole issue. That's the whole issue with loot boxes. That's the whole... No, RNG's good, but if it's something, let's say it is Plants vs Zombies Garden Warfare 2 and there's a character. You're very lucky you have RNG, you get Toxic Brains. Someone who's not very lucky doesn't get that character. They're then going to be at a disadvantage against that character because that character's so powerful. So RNG is okay in certain scenarios, but if it's cosmetic RNG, that's fine. But if it's going to do something that could affect gameplay, I don't like RNG. Like in FIFA, you get very lucky, you get Messi or you get Ronaldo, and you put him on your team. Someone could have no luck at all and they get bad players, and then you're just going to wipe the floor with them because you got lucky and got good players.
I mean, I'm not going to discuss FIFA because it's a touchy subject for me, considering how my year's gone on FIFA. But, so I'm going to suggest this to you then, because by the looks of things, before we even go into the pack or loot box scenario, we've got a situation where you seem to be leaning heavily towards a battle pass from what we've discussed so far, right?
I like the thing is I don't mind the packs in Plants vs Zombies because they're so user friendly on how easily you can unlock coins. That's also another factor to put into it. If you can't unlock the currency to be able to get the packs easily, then I don't like the feature. If you can just play the game casually, get a lot of currency to be able to open those packs, that's fine as well. But I feel legendary characters are something which is good, but then when you realise how difficult they are to get, it's kind of like,
Okay, so here's my suggestion on the battle pass scenario, right? So you have a battle pass, and I know you said you didn't like the mystery, but what if in the battle pass, as you go up certain tiers, you've got a special sort of currency that you can earn as certain rewards, right? And that currency can then be applied into another section, a bit like what you could get from packs or loot boxes, or playing the game in general, completing your challenges example, which is your battle pass setup, of course. And you can actually use that to then you get for example, on FIFA, I'm going to dive into FIFA. This is terrible. I didn't expect to do this, but on FIFA, you work like really hard throughout the weekend and you get a certain amount of rewards, right? But the rewards are mystery. So they open up the curtain and you've got 3 choices or 4 choices or something like that, and they reveal. Now, what you could do is each week, or obviously a battle pass usually lasts a month, doesn't it? So each week you've got a certain amount of rewards that come around, and they're going to be a little section for you. Maybe you go to Rux, for example, and you get your tokens based on what you've earned in the battle pass, right? They're your special currency you've earned. But you've also picked them up as you've played the game through packs and other stuff. You get in there, and they're all the same sort of price, and you could either get something really good or something reasonable, right? And you can choose whether you want to spend your currency on it or save it for next week for a higher set of items, a higher deck of items to choose from or something like that. Whether it be character pieces, cosmetics, or something, I don't know, super cool that can go, I don't know, for example, if in this game you've got your own base, for example, a bit like what we had in Garden Warfare 2. We didn't have it in Garden Warfare 1, of course, but in Garden Warfare 2, you had your own base. So maybe this amazing little piece of, I don't know, a statue or something like that you can get in your home base, and that's exclusive to that season. Would that be interesting to you? Would you be happy with that? So then it's not affecting gameplay, but it's just a bragging right, for example. Or maybe you get a special emblem, or you get a special anything like that, customization based.
I'm fine with things like that.
Character pieces. I mean, character pieces is another option. Obviously, it would be cool. Or you can do a case where you've picked up enough of currency, so you've opened a few packs, for example, which we'll dive into packs in a second.
I wouldn't put character pieces in battle passes.
No, but that's where I'm going, right? So you've got 4 pieces of, I don't know, a toxic brains out of the 6, right? But the currency that you picked up from the battle pass, you can spend a certain amount of it to get the remaining 2 pieces automatically and then craft your character. So therefore, you haven't had to rely solely on packs to make that character. You've also done it because you've done your challenges, you've got your rewards from your battle pass. Would that be interesting to you? So it's an extra way of unlocking a character.
So it's kind of like in Call of Duty, you have, when you scrap items, you get like scrap metal, which you can use to
Exactly. So it's an extra little currency that you've been given. So maybe it could be emeralds or sapphires or something like that in PvZ. I don't know, whatever way you talk goes. Something like that, for example. And you've got that as an extended currency, which can be universally used in some things. For example, crafting a character when you've only missing a couple pieces left. Or it could be used to buy some super cool thing that you can have in your base. That's where I think that would be a good aspect for Battle Pass. Obviously, you don't want to unlock characters through the Battle Pass, but customizations for them or different skins.
Yeah, probably not with the characters themselves, but with customizations, definitely. The only thing with that is, let's say you have got, I mean, like, it wouldn't be as much of an issue with cosmetics. I was going to say with characters, once you've got all the characters, if all that was to do was to unlock characters for you, then that kind of currency becomes obsolete. So
yeah, I get you.
If it was with currency or something special like that, something in your backyard or something like that, then yeah, I'd be down for that. Yeah.
But, for example, I don't know, a chomper breathing fire. You could have different colours of fire based on you've got this special.
Yeah, that would be good.
You know what I mean? So a bit like.
Could you imagine it? Could you imagine it breathing like blue flames?
Exactly, stuff like that, or I don't know. When he breathes, it's like a stinky breath, and there's little taco emojis coming out and stuff like that.
The only thing what makes that a bit difficult is thing you get characters confused because if it was like a stinky breath, then you mix it up with a toxic chomper.
True, but then you'd still be aspects where you know what type of character it is.
Yeah,
it's all still a tuning and balance. So I feel like we've discussed Battle Pass a reasonable amount. Obviously, we don't want to keep people here for too long.
Oh no, we can talk for ages. I do want to briefly mention I had something which I was going to talk about, and it was the reason why I would be in favor of a Battle Pass for Plants vs Zombies, and I love the packs, and I would still probably like the packs. I think we was going to talk about packs anyway or something.
Don't worry, I've got you covered. I'll be talking.
So we'll go into packs in a second, but with a battle pass, I know that Plants vs Zombies is very friendly when it comes to currency, and the reason they do that is because it's mainly targeted at a younger audience. So they want people to be able to unlock everything in the game just by playing. If they do add a battle pass system into it, then I'm in favor of that for the reason that I would buy the battle pass to unlock the cosmetics or whatever it is, provided that it's for rewards that you get in the battle pass. It's also another way to monetize the game, because let's be honest, if you're comparing Plants vs Zombies, which is generous with coins, to another game that has packs, people are less likely to spend real money on coins to buy those packs because the game's so friendly with it. And I don't want them to take that away.
For example, the game's still got to run. So money still needs to be made.
Money needs to be made to obviously make money back from the game, but also if battle passes was an option, so they brought one out every couple of months, and people are paying for that, they're still getting money throughout the year, which means that they could then potentially, if they wanted to, support the game for longer. Instead of just doing them like first 8 months and then they stop, they could maybe support the game for a year and a half, bring in new characters, new maps and stuff like that. Because if they're still earning money, they're going to invest more into that game. So I would like them to be able to support the game for longer, and to do that, they will need to be able to monetize the game better than just coins. That's 100%. Why they've been doing upgrades and stuff like that. Some upgrades are fine, other ones not so much, but If a battle pass came in that was cosmetic only, I think that's fine for the players. And it means if the game got more updates, then I'd be down for that.
Yeah, so of course we're talking about the premium battle pass and the common battle pass, for example. So the premium is going to give you some better cosmetics and better things to put in your base if there is one, and stuff like that, and also possibly this magical currency I was just discussing, where you'd be able to use it on different things that wouldn't just be from packs or special events and stuff like that. So there's lots of aspects there.
Use code ZERO when you're unlocking the battle pass.
Yeah, create a code. So we're calling that now. Use iLogics and ZERO at checkout. But that's the situation. So that'd be pretty cool. Obviously, the game's got to keep running. At least with a battle pass, it's the ability for the team to continue to produce content, continue to give you content to go into the game and play for the long term. And obviously, you've got people that from the start, I would buy the battle pass from the start. I know you would as well for content purposes. And I feel like
I'd buy it anyway just to support the developers.
Yeah, exactly. But it's also for content's sake.
Yeah.
So
it gives you something extra to do as well. If you jumped into Garden Warfare 2 right now, you're playing the same things. If there was a battle pass and it had challenges or some other things to do, I know we have challenges anyway,
every day,
but you're going to have something different to do. Yeah.
Yeah, it's extended. It gives you a reason to log on and try new things.
And hey, if the Torchwood, the Gingerbark Torchwood, and the Tree X3000 or whatever it was called, not the Sugar Plum because that one's disgusting, but the other two, if they were like cosmetics which were in a battle pass, you know that's something you're going to be getting, and they look amazing. So I would buy them just to get those cosmetics and stuff.
Exactly, and I feel like it's going to support the game long term, and also it gives you a reason to say, well, look, we're not a game that's just looking to take money, but we're also looking for a game that is going to last long term and be there for you when you need it. So there is that aspect. Of course, if they go down the route of Fortnite where you can play enough of it, like grind it out fully to get enough to get a battle pass for next month and stuff like that, then that's really cool.
A lot of games these days,
there's an investment.
A lot of games these days are just not focusing. I know, like Call of Duty, they bring a new game out every year and that, but a lot of games these days are thinking with their mindset, let's make a game and let's support it for a few years. I think Rainbow Six Siege is into the 4th year of supporting it now. They had a mindset of like 10 years. Overwatch is into their 3rd year. Like Overwatch released a little bit later from Garden Warfare 2. They're still pumping out updates all the time. Obviously, I know it's a big game and stuff like that, but they're supporting the game a lot. Fortnite's still getting a lot of updates and stuff like that. So if they build the game right and they monetize it right, it can be supported for a long time and people are still going to play it. And I feel like that's what a lot of game companies are going for now, is instead of just being like, let's make this game, let's support it for 6 months, and then let's work on another game and sell that game and make money. I think a lot of companies are realizing if they can monetize it correctly, they'll earn more money from just adding updates to that game and things like that, rather than having to put loads of money into a totally new game and relying on the game sales.
Agreed.
Because let's be honest, game sales make money, but they don't make enough money.
They don't support it enough.
No.
Like the initial price you're going to be spending, again, it's really bad to say FIFA, but on FIFA you're going to be spending, I don't know, £40 or $50 or whatever.
Which probably, I know it's FIFA and it's probably not as hard to make, but if it's like a new game or something like that, the game sales, if it's like £40, £50 for a game, that was £40 or £50 like 10 years ago. And games are so much more expensive to make now, so they rely on, not necessarily they rely on them, but they hope that the in-game transactions are going to be able to make them more profitable, so they can either support the game or make more games.
Of course.
But the game sales alone are something that isn't really enough to be able to make the game and keep the servers up and stuff like that.
Keep everything running smoothly.
Because you have to think, it's not just, oh, this game cost 10 million to make, so if we make 11 million, then that means we've made $1 million profit, because as that game's live, they still need to pay for the servers to go up, so that $1 million profit is then going to dwindle down over the year as they're supporting the game and still having people making sure there's bug fixes and all that stuff.
So it's longevity over short profits, basically. So that's the situation. Enough talking about battle passes.
You're leading this. Sorry, I keep getting distracted in that. You lead the way.
We're going to be here for a little short time, and I feel like I've looked at my battery on my laptop without a charger, and I'm thinking, wow, we're going to be here for a while. My laptop's going to die. But yeah, let's go into packs. I'm going to take the lead on the packs, because I know that you've got some views on the packs that you're going to definitely put in there. I love packs. There you go. I'm going to say it now. Underline that. I love packs. I love the mystery. I love the excitement. I love them aspects. Packs can be a downfall when there's an aspect of you've spent a load of money or you've invested a load of time to unlock a pack, and the pack hasn't turned out to be exactly what you wanted. So there's a few things. Now, there's cosmetic-only packs. So, okay, cosmetic-only packs. But I don't know, from a content creator's perspective, how exciting it would be to open up a pack and get a common headpiece or accessory in any way in comparison to getting a character piece, for example, in Garden Warfare, right? I feel like the excitement is very, very borderline there.
Once you've got all the characters, it dwindles down a bit. But it depends what you can get. If you can get yourself, let's say in Garden Warfare 2, legendary hats were quite exciting to find.
Exactly. Yeah. That's where they're going for it. Like I like the idea of getting a legendary hat, but as I was talking about the battle pass with you earlier, I was talking about the universal currency.
So the battle pass.
Yeah. But I'm trying to not dive into it. What I'm saying is with the universal currency aspect. So maybe if you've got 4 pieces out of the 6 from packs, you can then use your universal currency to unlock the character fully. I think that's the perfect way of doing it because you've got a balance there. And of course, coins are quite easy to come by based on Garden Warfare 2, the knowledge we have from there. So you're not having to spend a load of money. But for people that like to make content, for example, me and you, and maybe you haven't got many coins to do a massive pack opening, 1 million coin pack opening, 2 million coin pack opening, 6 million coin, for example, you're obviously going to put some money into the game, which helps the game in the long term, of course. And you've done that for a video. So that's that. You're spreading the word. Obviously, people will go on YouTube, they'll watch it if they don't want to spend money themselves. They want to earn their coins and they want to see what you're getting. So it's a showcase. Now, obviously, to do with probabilities and stuff like that and looking at how good it is, it's the loot box setup, of course. Loot box is something that you can't avoid these days. Obviously, it's something that's being discussed heavily. A lot of people are going in. Obviously, things in terms of law is affecting loot boxes, of course. But I feel overall a pack brings you excitement that you're not going to get without packs being there or the packs having something not to be excited about, for example. So pack probabilities was something I discussed with you previously. Pack probabilities would be great because it allows you to know exactly what you're going to roughly get when you're making your content. And so you're going to be looking at it and you're going to go, okay, I've got, I don't know, a 10% chance of pulling a legendary character piece, or I've got a 5% chance of pulling 3 character pieces in here. So as long as you know the probabilities, obviously they don't have to be exact 100%. Like this is exactly the piece you'll get for character Super Brains. It's going to be 2%. You don't need to go that much in detail. As long as you know roughly what you're looking to be getting out of the pack before you open it, that's where I think packs can be okay, acceptable. If you're opening the pack fully and you don't know what exactly you're going to get in it, you could get absolutely nothing. And you've opened that pack with no knowledge that you're possibly going to get absolutely nothing, then I think you're going to be a little bit upset, to say the least, aren't you? You're going to be wound up and you're going to think, wow, I've invested my coins from my time and effort into this game and I've been rewarded with nothing. Or I've put my money into the game and I've also been rewarded with nothing. So the way that would work is you need to have a balance there. So pack probabilities is the main thing. And I believe there was PvZ2 you was talking about where you said there's probabilities on there where you can sort of tell what you're going to get in the pack. Not exactly probabilities, but you knew what items were going to be in the pack to choose from.
I can't remember.
Was that...
I know in Garden Warfare 2 it does say you'll get at least 1 super rare and the chance of getting a character piece and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I know it says that in the description, but it doesn't break down a percentage-wise.
No, so I feel like the percentage aspect would be fantastic because I feel like it would help. I mean, it's
something they might need to put there by law with how loot boxes are going and stuff like that.
Of course.
For me, which I'm probably going to surprise you here.
Okay.
I don't mind packs in Plants vs Zombies.
Okay.
Other games like FIFA, I hate them.
Yeah, I understand you. And
the reason for that is because in games like FIFA and Call of Duty is another example, you can get duplicates, which are the most infuriating thing ever. I know Plants vs Zombies add silver and diamond and gem, which are basically duplicates, but it's slightly different, and once you've got that cosmetic, you can't get it again, which is something I like about Plants vs Zombies, because you'll let's say you have 20 million. If you spend 20 million on packs in Plants vs Zombies, you know that you're slowly reducing what you can get. So you do then, the more packs you open, the higher chance you have of getting that legendary character. In FIFA, if you spend 20 million, your chance of getting a high-level player is exactly the same in your first pack to your pack after spending 20 million. Like, the probability doesn't increase the more you spend, which is what I like in Plants vs. Zombies, is that it does.
That's what I mean. And I feel like, obviously, in terms of packs, they'd have to update it based on what you've already collected, which could be a little bit tricky. But if it was implemented, it would be amazing. So, from what we've got here, I hate packs that have reinforcements in Garden Warfare 2. That just doesn't.
They shouldn't be in packs where you want to get characters and cosmetics. They should just be in their own reinforcement pack, which they have. They have, but then they do have them in others as well. Which once you've got everything and it's just filler, that's fine. But if you've got to get yourself 5 cosmetics. And this is one thing which was an issue in Garden Warfare 2. Let's say you check your sticker book. You've got 10 cosmetics that you still need to open. You can open a pack that gives you like 10 character stickers, and you might get 1 cosmetic and the rest are consumables. You open another one, and you get 1 cosmetic and like 10 consumables. It's like, why didn't I get those 2 cosmetics in the same pack? Why didn't I get 5 cosmetics in the same pack, you know? That pack could give me 10 cosmetics, but it gives me 1 in consumables. That's one thing which is like annoying as well. But
agreed.
It's things that need tweaking.
That's the thing. It's hard. It's hard. It needs balancing. It needs tweaking. But
they can't have it where you spend money, you get everything straight away, because that means that's a bad business thing. But at the same time, you want to be able to. You want to be excited to get things in packs. You want to be able to make sure you can get everything. You don't want it to be duplicates or something like that. And they still need to make money out of it as well.
Of course. So, based on what we're going from there, right? So, in terms of packs, it'd be nice to have content for packs as new content rolls out, for example. You know, like new DLC example. It'd be great to have packs that would go alongside them. So, new packs, fresh packs.
They had that in Garden Warfare 1. They didn't in Garden Warfare 2. Actually, no, they had. I think in one of the updates they did in Garden Warfare 2.
Yeah, it's good, and I feel like that's necessary because.
Then that pack itself gives you a higher probability of getting that character.
Those items, exactly. And where I'm saying is, of course, they don't want to go down the route. And I know it's going to be a standard where it's pay-to-win format and you're only going to unlock the character because you've spent lots of money. But I feel like Call of Duty and stuff like that, fair enough. That's just them. Let them do them, right? But in terms of Garden Warfare and in terms of PvZ, I feel like coins are quite easy to come by. And coins are the universal purchasing method. So you don't need to buy with your own money. You can actually work hard and grind it out for them. And I feel like that with a universal currency from the Battle Pass coincides together would mean you can unlock characters for actually playing the game and putting the effort in and not just having to rip open packs for money. Obviously, if people that do that, then it's good for the game because it allows the game to be stable, allows the game to do updates, and means the game's longevity is going to be better. But you also got to look at it from the perspective of you don't want to go into the game day one and go, I've just loaded up Plants vs. Zombies, Battle for Neighborville, and already this kid has the best game character you can get so far.
You don't want that at all.
Yeah, so maybe there's a perspective where there's a limit on how many packs you can open in a day, or maybe there's an aspect where there's only so many characters. Would you like an idea where, from the offset, not every character is unlocked, and gradually each week a couple of them come out, and then when the DLC hits,
I don't like that. I don't like time gating.
Okay.
They did that with Legends of the Lawn, not Legends of the Lawn. They did that with Trials of Nomus, and it literally took like over a year for an ability that was in the game to then be released, and it was like I don't like that. I mean, if you've got the coins, you should have the option. If you've got the coins, you should have the option to be able to get that character. If they want to time gate certain characters or something like that, don't put them in the game until an update's live. Like, if there's characters in the game, you have the option. If you have the character in the game, you should have a way of unlocking that, whether that's with packs or whether that's from doing something like the Trials of Nomus, where you need to do certain things to get chests and then get keys to be able to unlock the character. You should be able to have some progression to be able to unlock it, and not just sitting around waiting for them to be like, okay, now you can unlock this character because we said it's okay. Yeah.
I get you. So we're going down the route. Packs are good. Battle Pass is great. You like the packs to be a situation where... I
don't really have much of an issue with packs in Garden Warfare 2 as they are now. If they kept them similar, but just didn't have...
Maybe introduced a few things like pack probabilities, taking out pure reinforcements, handling. Yeah,
they merged. Cool. They merged. So one thing in God of War 2, which I didn't really like, is they had 2 different 35k packs. They had one based on the plants and one based on the zombies.
Yeah.
They merged those together, and I kind of didn't like that, because if you wanted to try and get yourself a plant legendary or a zombie legendary, you would go for that specific plant pack or that zombie pack. They took that away, so you had to just go for plants and zombies in the same pack. So
yeah.
As far as packs go, they should have a consumable pack where you get a couple of consumables. You should have another consumable pack which gives you rarer consumables, maybe more in that pack, but it's more expensive. They should have
cosmetic only pack,
a cheap pack where you can get some like basic cosmetics, a more medium one which gives you like the rarer ones or the chance of getting rarer ones. They should have a pack specific to just plants. That pack I think would probably have consumables in as well. So if it was a plant one, you get plant cosmetics, plant characters, potted plants, plant spawnables. I'm not too bothered about them being in that plant specific pack. Same with the zombies. And then they should have one of them merged together. So if you want to try and give you a chance, if you want a chance of getting any legendary, then you can get that. So it's like a plant pack, a zombie pack, a merged pack, the character pack, and yeah, I don't know.
So how about
it's just a lot of packs though. So maybe it's too many packs then.
Yeah, I mean, but not all released at the same time constantly. Like maybe they alternate and things like that.
Yeah.
But also you've got a perspective of maybe a mystery character pack. That'd be quite interesting. Maybe a mystery character pack during updates, so you've got a chance of getting a new one, but also you could get a normal one that you haven't unlocked already. That would be quite cool. Pack probabilities, I think, would be a great feature. And of course, we've already come to the conclusion. I think it's definitely a tick on the Battle Pass perspective.
From my perspective, yes.
Yeah,
I would pay for it. I would pay for it. It's going to help support the game. You have more reasons to play the game. You can get things out of paying for it. It's not like you're just paying for a subscription and then that's it. You pay for something, you work towards it, you unlock things. As long as whatever you're doing isn't grindy all the time, like constantly, like Fortnite have it where they have stage challenges, which are the most annoying things ever. I don't play Fortnite anymore, but go to this place, stage 1, and then stage 2 you have to do the next game. You can't do it in the same game. It's
it makes sense. So I'd say to conclude, we're going down the route of tick for packs. Obviously it's got to be balanced in a certain way, but also we want the excitement. Definitely want the excitement there. And Battle Pass, it's a tick. So we're looking at balance. That's the key word. And of course, it's always good to say there needs to be balance, but what balance means is a whole different ball game, really, and it's always going to be something. Premium and common Battle Pass setup, that sounds like a good idea. Obviously, it's going to give you certain items, and means multiple seasons of content, of course, means long-term support, longevity, new challenges, which I'm all down for, and I know you are as well, new items to earn. It's all good. I think that's pretty much it for this video.
I do have one other thing which I just want to mention, which is something that came up for a while. I don't know how much laptop battery charge you've got left, but
no, I'm good. Just go for it quick.
So one thing I came up with a while ago, which I don't know like how good of an idea it is. It's something for your opinion, but let's say they added other ways to monetize the game as well. If they didn't have packs or they didn't have a battle pass or something like that, I mean, we're gonna be getting packs, aren't we? It's literally, I mean,
I'm praying, so I'm hoping.
I like packs in PvZ, so let's say to unlock, like Rux was selling new abilities. Instead of Rux selling abilities and instead of you getting them in packs, let's say you have the ZPG. To unlock the multi-rocket, you need to complete a challenge with the ZPG. So let's say you need to get 300 vanquishes with the ZPG, unlocks the multi-rocket. Or let's say you need to get 3000 XP with the ZPG, and getting a kill gets you like 100 XP. You can you can play the game normally and get all that XP to be able to unlock the multi-rocket by doing what you need to do, or you can pay real money for a multiplier, which then doesn't give you the ability straight away. It just means instead of getting 100 XP per kill, maybe you get 150 XP per kill, and that lasts for a certain period of time. So you still need to play. Do the challenges to get that next upgrade ability, but you don't need to do as much. That's kind of adding a little bit of a pay-to-win element in it, but you still need to grind for it. So, I don't know. What's your thoughts on that?
Do you know what? I'm in total agreement. I think that's quality on the basis that you know you're going to be helping the game out. You've also got a situation where you're saying, okay, you can have this little booster. I believe, ironically enough, NBA 2K Mobile which is made by Cat Daddy and the 2K team. Very, very different concepts, but they have like fantasy stuff where you're playing a campaign against other people's teams, and you can unlock like special rewards, a bit like a battle pass reward, but it's not really, right? And it's completely free, but you can actually pay to get boosters, which help you earn a couple more points here and there to progress up the stage. So you're still playing, you're still working for it, you're still grinding for it, but they're also giving you that little bit extra so you can get it done in a little bit less time. So I'm in total agreement with you. It's already a concept that games have adopted, and I know that I was playing 2K Mobile the other day, so I know definitely that it's already a thing that's occurring. And
it's not paying for something, you get it instantly. So it's like, pay this money, get it instantly. You pay the money, you still got to work towards it. It just takes a little bit of the grind away.
Yeah, 100%. I agree. That's another good idea. So we've got packs, battle pass, and challenge boosters. I should class that as challenge boosters, or helping hand. Helping hand, we should call it as. So, I mean, I'm going to wrap it up here purely for the fact, oh my word, it's been 40 minutes. This is going to be the longest video I've ever uploaded in my life.
That's fine.
First video over 40 minutes long. No wonder my battery life's dying. It's been a pleasure anyway.
Let us know in the comments down below, guys, what you think of what we discussed on the Battle Pass, on the packs, on the upgrade feature, what I just mentioned. If you could choose one of them, which would you pick and why? And also, if the Battle Pass was in the game, what would you like to see? Would you be happy about it? Would you not be? Let us know in the comments down below of these videos. And of course, if you're still watching the video right now, you're legends. If you haven't gone, click the link in the description. Go over to iLogics channel. Go show him some love. It's the first video of the channel. We want to get him to 1K subscribers. So let's do it. Click the link. Go subscribe. Show him some love, because we're going to be doing a lot more of these videos in the future. And especially when the new game comes out, we're going to be all over it.
Love that. Yeah, I mean, that's the perfect. I would have literally given you that as the outro. That's the perfect outro. But yeah, obviously, this is a new channel for me, second channel.
What is the channel called again?
It's iLogics Extra. So
iLogics Extra,
I just like to go with that because I wasn't going to put HD, 3D, 4D, 5D at the end of it. I just thought iLogics Extra sounds good. I wasn't just going to leave it as iLogics because obviously the main channel I couldn't deviate the name from. But yeah, going from iLogics HD to iLogics Extra, that's the new one. And if anyone's here from the main channel, go and check out Zero. Obviously, if you enjoy content like this, he's been doing content like this when I literally took a break for a while. So it's going to be insane. But either way, we're going to be back to do a lot more content this year and even jump on some new games as well. That's what I'm hoping for at least. And yeah, if you enjoyed, subscribe, leave a like, check out Zero's channel, of course. Comment your thoughts down below because we want to know what your thoughts are in terms of this. It's a really big discussion, especially with the loot box scenario going on currently in the world. So yeah, let us know. Either way, thank you for joining me, mate. And yeah, to everyone, hope you have a fantastic day. And I guess we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.